Hello, everyone, and welcome to the last episode of The Beat for the fall 2016 semester. I'm your host and opinions reporter for RCC's Viewpoints, Jonathan Van Niel, and I'm joined by...
Geovanny Guzman, assistant editor of photography.
Glad to be here with you. We're actually going to be focusing on a little bit of arts and entertainment, specifically on a few movies that are going to be coming out in December, specifically Rogue One.
Oh.
And I'm very excited about this because I'm a huge Star Wars fan. I live and breathe Star Wars, as you all know.
Do you really?
You guys don't know, but you will in a second.
They don't know.
Yeah, but I've been a fan ever since I watched A New Hope when I was probably 3 years old, and
you love Star Wars, we all do.
I love Star Wars, and I'm very excited for Gareth Edwards' take on this film. It from all of the trailers that we've seen, from all of the footage, the TV spots.
What has he directed? What should we be excited about this? Because I don't know any.
Well, he directed Godzilla, the recent one.
Oh, okay.
And
was that any good? I have not seen it.
Everyone thought that it was good up until... Well, it's not that they thought that it was good. They thought it was a good film, but there was an issue of basically taking too long to actually get to Godzilla. It felt like very much so a tease. Like the last 10 minutes of the film were 100% the best parts.
I read this somewhere, please correct me if I'm wrong, that the movie had an issue with characters and writing in which Bryan Cranston should have been the lead actor, since he's the one with, the acting chops.
Spoiler alert, Bryan Cranston dies maybe 30 minutes into the film. It was disappointing considering that he was the strongest actor present. But, at the same time, people aren't going there for the actors. The audience very much so is going there for Godzilla.
I think you're wrong on this.
It's not that I think... Okay.
Okay, look, the first Godzilla...
We are both in agreement. I agree with you. I care about characters, not just the... Oh, it's a giant lizard monster that's burning things down with atomic breath. I'm not focused on that personally. I do enjoy seeing the characters actually develop throughout the story, but at the same time, we are not the majority of the view, of the audience. We are not representing the majority.
I think you would be surprised because in order to be emotionally affected by the destruction of being like Godzilla,
I think that you're giving the general audience a little too much credibility, but that's okay.
General audience is insulting you right now.
I am not insulting you. I am
he just insulted you.
Pointing out facts, but that's okay.
Really?
It's facts if I say it. Just kidding. But back to Rogue One. The reason why everyone should be very excited for this is because it's taking this sort of Saving Private Ryan style of directing, where everything is very much so enhanced by the practical effects.
So we're told.
So we're told. But at the same time, from the footage that we've seen, from the trailers that I've seen...
Trailers are very
it's very selective. It is very selective, but at the same time, if the film conforms to what we have already seen in terms of the footage that has been shown, I don't see how it's going to be disappointing visually, at least.
Visually, yeah. I want this to be great. I really want to enjoy this. So what else has the director of Rogue One directed?
The only thing I can think of off the top of my head is Godzilla.
And that was acceptable?
It was a 7.
It was a 7? Really?
It was a 7.
So mine is a bad script, if it had a bad script. I don't know. I have not seen it. Was the directing any good? Do you have hope for this director?
The directing was actually very good.
Oh, okay.
It was more so a stylistic choice of making Godzilla sort of like the end, like basically teasing it the entire way through, opposed to like not starting with a monster, because you can't start with them. But it just felt like too much buildup, and it felt like we were waiting for a little too long. I feel as though if they were able to cut in the middle, maybe 15 minutes down, it probably would have been a more effective film. But back to Rogue One.
That's how it's a good conversation, when we just go off track.
Very true. Very true. But I'm excited for it. The footage seems to be pretty good. The reviews that have been coming in have been not mixed, surprisingly, because usually with big blockbuster films, I'm expecting there to be scathing reviews and then your lighthearted reviews. The only review that I've actually seen that was like even remotely negative was actually from the New York Times. It basically said that it was like too much of a fan service, basically. Which isn't like surprising considering that it's Disney and it's Star Wars. It's like with these built-in franchises, and prequels in established franchises. It's like you're going to have your Easter eggs, you're going to have your callbacks, but from what everyone else was writing, at least it's a pretty damn good film.
I hope so. What's the name of the Force Awakens was there was a lot of fan service.
It wasn't just fan service. It was absolutely a retreading of A New Hope. It was A New Hope done in 2015.
Isn't that essentially fan service?
It's not.
Or playing it too safe.
It's not fan service. I would go as far to even say that it was plagiarism. but that's okay. J.J. Abrams, I still love you. I still enjoy watching Lost. But yeah, it's Force Awakens was having to do something that this film fortunately doesn't have to do. Force Awakens was the launch of the sequel. So technically everything is now a prequel. Ugh. But Rogue One isn't having to do that. It's already within an established timeline.
I hope that this one takes risks. Considering,
it is. Okay.
I hope.
So I don't want to give you spoilers because I already know what happens in the film because I can't stop. Whenever I start reading something, I can't stop.
You're one of those people that just goes online and reads everything about it before it gets released.
Absolutely.
Why? Why would you do that to yourself?
Because I don't care about the quote unquote surprise. I don't care
They're
about
nice.
that.
Surprises are wonderful.
The surprise for me is seeing it opposed to allowing my mind.
You know what? I've actually skipped trailers for Rogue One.
Wow.
I surprised myself.
Okay.
I know there's a trailer where they show Darth Vader.
Yes.
And I was like, nope, I'm not going to see this. I don't want to see anything.
Okay.
I'm excited about the multicultural cast.
Yeah, it's definitely
Mads Mikkelsen.
The most diverse cast, definly.
Diego Luna, I believe,
Diego Luna. Yeah.
Yeah, I was confused. His little Mexican partner, Diego Luna, and what's the other co-star that he's always with in Mexican movies?
I have no idea.
Gael Garcia Bernal.
You know it. I don't. I really don't know enough about these actors. I know that Donnie Yen is in there.
Oh yeah,
I'm very Ip Man. I love Ip Man. But and Felicity Jones, she's an excellent actress in her own right. But yeah, I'm just very excited for this film. I live and breathe Star Wars, dude. I love it.
Okay, now let's skip to the final movie of December that I'm excited for, and you're not.
I could not be any less excited for this film, Assassin's Creed, starring Michael Fassbender, who is an excellent actor.
Fantastic actor.
Marion Cotillard, who is an excellent actor.
Yes.
Directed by someone that didn't really do all that good of a job with his previous project, Macbeth.
He did good with Macbeth.
I disagree.
He did great with Macbeth.
I disagree.
Very whispery.
I think that it was a poor attempt at Shakespeare.
Why?
It just didn't bring.
Don't give me it just didn't. No, I need examples.
I just didn't enjoy it, man.
You didn't enjoy it.
I didn't enjoy the pacing of the film.
It's Shakespeare. It's always slow.
Well, it's not that it was slow. It was just
Shakespeare. The pacing is going to be the same.
Adapting something from book to film is very difficult for anybody, and Shakespeare's work tends to be more difficult to adapt.
It's extremely difficult because it's boring for most people, including for me.
Okay, that's a little bit of a low blow. I enjoy Shakespeare.
No, it's beautifully poetic, but it's so beautifully poetic that my brain cannot have the attention span of 2 hours of beautiful poetry given, being shot at me.
Well, try it out. It's great. Read Othello. Read Othello.
I'm not saying it's bad. I'm blaming this.
All of you guys read Othello. It's a great, great, great play. But yeah, I'm just not excited for this. Unfortunately, I'm not taking shots at any, future films or past films.
It looked beautiful, though. It looked great. Macbeth looked great.
Video game films, though. Back to Assassin's Creed. Video game films have not had a hit. They have not had a hit. So this is either going to be...
I wonder why. Have they been given good directors and good writers?
Duncan Jones is actually a very good director, and he had Warcraft, and that film was terrible.
Really?
Yes. And I can say that unequivocally. You did not watch it, so you can't really give your opinion on it.
I heard Tomb Raider wasn't that bad, the first one with Angelina Jolie.
That was it doesn't hold up.
Doesn't hold up?
It doesn't hold up. But yeah, video game films haven't had a hit, and this is either going to be something new where it's actually amazing, or it's going to just conform to the standards that it's already had set before it.
I don't think video game movies have been treated fairly.
They have not, but at the same time, people could say that for comic book films, and for the most part, the general audience is really enjoying comic book films now.
For now, okay, remember, guys, in the 90s, we had a whole bunch of terrible superhero movies.
Oh, yeah.
Including
exactly.
Steel. For
Yes.
those that don't remember, it was Shaquille O'Neal.
It was terrible.
And those who don't know about comic books, Steel is supposed to be a Superman sidekick, in a way.
Well, not sidekick. It's just another superpowered individual within the Superman realm.
So, to my understanding, Superman died.
Yes.
And then a whole bunch of Superman
This was
came.
after the event of I forgot what it was called, but it was when basically Doomsday killed Superman. Spoiler alert.
Okay, you've had many years for that.
The death of Superman. Why was that so difficult for me to recall? It's literally called the death of Superman. And after Superman dies, basically the Metropolis is needing to be protected. So basically 4 different Supermen pop up for some reason. One of them has like this really questionable outfit. It's absolutely beautiful, though, the artwork of that time. But Steel is one of these
Let's
guys.
go back to Shaquille O'Neal.
Yeah,
Steel.
It's we had to go through a lot of bad movies in order to get to the Marvel universe that we have now,
Which is not that great.
Okay. It's not. No comment. I enjoy it.
I enjoy it too, but I need something a little bit more.
I would
risky.
like them to not have Doctor Strange and the Ant-Man, basically all of like the B-level, C-level sort of heroes. I would like their movies to be better. That's for certain.
Oh, yes.
I would like there to actually be stakes. I would like
Yes,
there to
stakes.
actually be story, like a real story where it's not just like, oh, everything's going to end okay. But it's like at the same time, you know that it's having to conform to what they have set before it because it's all within an established, universe. It's like they already have their slate announced. They have to go to Infinity War Part 1. They can't, sidetrack with Civil War.
I don't want them to get
anymore.
sidetracked. I want them to be good with what they have said.
Yes,
Avenger
absolutely.
movies have been a total disappointment.
Absolutely. I mean, I can spoil pretty much every Marvel film right now. It's there's an enemy, and the good guy beats them in the end.
No, but let's go a little further. Which movie am I talking about? Avengers 1 or Avengers 2? A whole bunch of enemies that look alike come to battle the Avengers.
And plot twist, it's both of them.
And it's both of them. And there's this sky thing that has huge stakes that is going to destroy the whole world.
Yeah,
and,
it's no stakes whatsoever.
Yeah,
It's no
the stakes are
whatsoever.
so high that the stakes are non-existent.
Yeah, and the problem is with stakes like that is that they keep having to one up it. So it's like, at first it was New York City. It was a city, and then
I thought it was the whole world that was going to get destroyed, though.
Well, it was New York City for Avengers 1, and then for Avengers 2, it was like, oh no, Sokovia, it's going to, basically be dropped down, and it's going to be like this catastrophic event for the Earth. And then Avengers Infinity War is going to be the entire universe. So it's like, what happens after the universe? I don't know. You don't know. No one knows. That's the beauty of it.
Do you think in Infinity War it's going to be the same thing? Big stakes, the whole universe is going to get destroyed, and it's going to be this cliche Avenger story that we've been getting twice in a row now.
Yeah, 100%. And it sucks, but at the same time, at least it's going to have cutesy-dootsy moments. Everyone loves cutesy-dootsy moments. But, I just want to see Thanos done right. I don't want to be pessimistic, but I don't have super high hopes for Josh Brolin as Thanos from what he's already done in Guardians of the Galaxy even. And,
it's just his voice. One cannot possibly be excited about Josh Brolin as Thanos.
Yeah,
who really, come on, does anyone really care?
It's different for me because Thanos is like within my top 3 favorite villains of all time. Not just of Marvel and DC, out of comic books itself. What
have they shown in the movies is this CGI creature.
Yeah, essentially.
So I don't blame Josh Brolin. They're just using his voice.
Yeah, and speaking
he's not
of
a
that,
bad actor.
I appreciate the after credits of Avengers 1, the individual that was actually Thanos, and he had like the prosthetics on and everything. His name is Damien Poitier. But
wait,
he follows me on Twitter, by the way.
Wait up, so we did get a prosthetic Thanos?
Yeah.
Thanos?
Yeah.
What? And
it was prosthetics and CGI.
And now we're going with full-on CGI.
Yeah.
That's wonderful.
Yeah, that's called
That's sarcasm. That's just total sarcasm.
Yeah, that's called Hollywood trends. But back to Assassin's Creed. We get sidetracked a lot.
We're sorry. We're too much of nerds here.
Yeah, we really enjoy this subject matter. But
as you can tell,
video game movies, they haven't had a hit. This is either going to be something that's going to break the trend of failed video game films, or it's going to, conform to what's already been set before it. So
at the very least, we're gonna get Michael Fassbender in his usual typical tier in every movie. Which,
he
which
does
I
have
love.
to cry. He
does have to cry. By the way, for those listening, I made a super cut of him crying in every single movie,
and it's actually quite entertaining. I did watch it.
Can I put this in the description here?
Go ahead. It's fine.
We're gonna put it in the description here.
It's actually worth watching. It's actually kind of funny. But I'm gonna go into the theater with an open mind. I suggest that you all do the same. Rogue One, Assassin's Creed, December 2016.
No, Assassin's Creed is in December 20.
I don't know the exact date, but it's gonna be.
It's gonna be after Rogue One. I think it's the following week.
Okay, so
it's gonna be way too much competition. You don't want to compete against Star Wars.
Don't open up against Rogue One.
No,
you're gonna get demolished.
No, please don't.
But yeah, so those two films coming out in December of this year. He's Geovanny Guzman. I'm Jonathan Van Niel. This has been The Beat, and we will catch you guys next semester.
Goodbye.
Peace.
Peace and love.